Date rich in 2025. If they're not rich, if they're not providing, if they're not generous, you don't go out with them. You don't even have a phone conversation with them. Leave them in the dust where they belong. Okay?
I've been an OG Shera follower for years, but that makes sense because I'm a. So if you're a civilian and you follow Shera, don't. It's literally rebranded SW game.
YouTube, what up? It's your man back again with another video. Now check this out here. Listen, this wasn't the original content that I was about to do. I did have something else planned, so I threw that to the back burner for a minute. Because scrolling down the rabbit hole that is known as TikTok, I came across these two clips. The first clip actually came second, and the second clip actually popped up as soon as I opened TikTok. But for reference, for context, we're going to start with the first clip and work our way to the second one. Listen, the second one is the one I really want to focus on because that's the one with the most importance to it. But in any event, YouTube, I need you to focus. I need you to roll with me on this. I need you to lock in and listen and pay attention. More so to the second clip because that's the one that tells you everything you need to know about the person in the first clip. Let's rock.
Don't date broke in 2025. If you do, you stupid. And because I told you. Date rich in 2025. If they're not rich, if they're not providing, if they're not generous, you don't go out with them. You don't even have a phone conversation with them. Leave them in the dust where they belong. Okay? Don't waste any more time and energy on dust. That is the advice I would give to anyone. Get a man's money and start a business. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Find a man who wants to give you money, stash it, save it, invest in yourself, start a business, and grow your money. Have fun leveling up and becoming independent. But even if you're in a relationship with a grown, able-bodied man, he's supposed to be paying all the bills. Okay? Don't become independent to become Barbara the Builder. Don't become independent to become a Pygmisha. Become independent to find a man who's going to still be a provider. If you can't understand that assignment, then I don't know what to tell you. You said, what if they're way too old and ugly? Well, then wait until you're mature enough to go get old and ugly and make it work for you. Okay.
So the two takeaways I got from her rhetoric that she's running and spewing is this. Be independent off a man's money. Basically, that's what she said. And the usual bullshit that she liked to preach, a man's supposed to pay all the bills. Listen, I thought we could leave this shit in 2024, but clearly we can't. We gonna splash this all into 2025 and run all down the lanes with this, huh? Listen, ladies and gentlemen, YouTube, understand, this woman here doesn't have the average person's best interest at heart. Listen to her content. I don't need to, even though I've had to take the time to listen to some of her long form content, and I didn't need to. I can't get that time back, but I learned some stuff. One thing I did learn is that I could have lived off the clips. There's enough information in the clip to let me know what she's really about. Y'all women could say what y'all want. Y'all could say she's trying to preach some godly information out to y'all, and y'all are gonna run with it and become good wives and good people, good persons. No. She's basically teaching you how to be a user, an abuser, a 304. But advance yourself off of a simp. Plain and simple. How many clips do you have to hear? How many long form content do you have to watch to understand what she's about? We all know what she's about. There's no rocket science to this. We know what she's about. Y'all could justify it all y'all want. At the end of the day, when her content is done, it still leads down one road. To you to get over on a man to advance your life so you can have a soft life, no matter how you do it. With a good looking man, with an ugly man, any kind of man, as long as he's paying all your bills, clearly you're a winner. I mean, what else is there to say? She's really not making your life easier at all. I mean, tell me how you could sit here and actually listen to this and think, you know what? This is what I should do. For the average person, this ain't it. But for the rest of y'all women out here that want to listen to this and try to get over, it's getting harder for y'all every time you listen to this. It's getting harder and harder. Because of the manosphere space like this, the red pill community, they're letting people know who should already know, but don't know, that this is how y'all rocking. And in 2025, y'all need to just give it up. Some of y'all is too old to be out here doing this. Some of y'all is too young to be out here doing this. And some of y'all just plain ordinarily should not be doing this at all because it's not in your best interest. I mean, what else is there to say about that? It is what it is. But let's shift focus off of Shera 7, who that is. Let's shift it over to this lady over here, the SW. For context, I'll call her Miss Walker. That's what I'll call her. I need you to listen to her and hear what she says about Shera 7. Let's go.
I think one of the worst things that's ever happened on TikTok is civilians finding Shera 7. I've been an OG Shera follower for years, but that makes sense because I'm a... So if you're a civilian and you follow Shera, don't. It's literally rebranded SW game. Everybody want to be a, but nobody want to be. I enjoy her content and follow her stuff because it all makes sense to me. I've been an SW for 14 years now. All the stuff that she says is basically the golden rules of SW.
The golden rules of SW. This is what has been rebranded and repackaged and fed out to the women of the world. Did you hear what she said? SW rules, golden rules, repackaged and rebranded. Spit back out to the world. This ain't nothing new. All she did was just put her little spin on it, add her little sprinkle to it, and served it up on a platter for all of y'all to enjoy. And a lot of y'all to stay single by. But let's continue.
Now, obviously, she a little cold. She a little heartless. And as an SW, yeah, sometimes you kind of have to be. Because otherwise, a lot of people, women, will put themselves into sketchy situations, precarious situations, with people who are not deserving of your time or energy or efforts. Because of some misguided notion about, oh, but I love him. He treats me so bad, but I love him. Poor thing, he's just got a lot of trauma. He's just dealing with a lot. And like, I can heal him. I see the good in him. Girl, no. I think one of the biggest issues is people watch her stuff in clips. They don't go and watch her entire little live streams and look at all of her content. People clip her stuff for the most salacious or witty or funny or quotable bits and pieces of her streams. And you can't do that with that kind of content. You've got to watch the entire thing because there's a ton of other context that goes into it. And of course, I don't believe in everything that she says, but most of it is just like boundaries. It's just ways to be a good S worker and ways to determine what your priorities are when you have this kind of mentality. Most of y'all are civilians. Most of y'all don't have a hoe mentality. And that's fine. That's normal. You can go ahead and be normal. Most people are going to marry people near them. You're going to marry somebody you met at your job. You're going to marry somebody that you met in high school or in college. You're going to marry for love, for the little tingly feelings that you get, in your doobly-doo when you're around that person. And that's fine. You can marry for whatever reason you feel like. You can marry for love. You can marry because it was arranged. You can marry for money. You can marry because that person's just hot. You can marry for whatever reason you want. But what Shera puts forth, and what I also believe, is that there can't be any romance without finance. It just doesn't work for me. But if it works for you, that's fine. You can marry for just love. If that's your priority, then that's fine. My priority is somebody who is going to allow me to have a stable life. And then if I don't want to work, I don't have to. I want someone who says, honey, all my money is yours. And your money is yours. That's the kind of relationship I want. And that's the kind of relationship I got.
You serious?
Now, you heard it from her. And like I said, for context, we'll call her Miss Walker. I'm going to call her Miss Walker. Listen.
I said what I said.
She said what she said.
You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
You don't got to hear all her long-form content. Unless, of course, you're a 304. By all means. But for the average person, this content, her content is definitely not for you. But a lot of women are taking this content into context and trying to put it into real life. And a lot of y'all are getting bad results. You can watch previous videos of mine, you'll see it. Women are getting bad results from following Shera 7. This form of content shouldn't even be admitted to the masses. Because like the lady said, Miss Walker said, it's not for you. It's not for most of y'all. It's entertaining, but at the same time, sometimes the entertaining part somehow gets mixed up. People start thinking, you know what? If she can do it, I could do it too. But what you're forgetting is, and this is a big forgetful part here, is that you are not the next person. You are not Shera 7. You are not a SW. So if you're going to try to put this into practice, you're not the one to do it. You should live your normal life the way you're supposed to live it, not following behind people giving you bad advice. Now, a lot of you women are learning. A lot of you are speaking up. A lot of you spoke out about her and her content. But this is from Miss Walker. Miss Walker is an SW. She has years in. She's telling you not to follow her content. Now, if she's telling you not to follow her content, maybe you should listen. Men can't tell you nothing, but at least listen to your fellow woman. This is not the way to go in 2025. If you're trying to be in a committed relationship, Shera 7 is definitely not the one for you. If you can't differentiate fantasy and reality, you definitely should not watch her. You shouldn't. Because a lot of women don't, can't, and won't differentiate the two. It just doesn't happen. But like she said, ladies, if you're looking for something substantial in your life, she ain't the one to give it to you. Matter of fact, a lot of people on TikTok is probably projecting to you, and you probably should listen to them anyway. But, you know, hey, to each his own. But in 2025, we were trying to leave all that stuff behind, but clearly we can't. As long as she keeps making videos and making content, people are going to keep watching and start following and trying to put all this stuff to practice. All I want to say is this. I wanted y'all to see that clip because it's important to understand that you should not be following anyone who talks like Shera 7. You shouldn't. No matter what, you ain't got to watch long content. You could watch the clips. It all leads to one conclusion. And what is that conclusion, ladies and gentlemen? She is teaching you how to have a soft life by finessing men. She has no respect for them. She acts like she has no need for them, but she actually does, only financially. And honestly speaking, I don't even know if she's about that life. But hey, I'm not trying to figure it out. That's not my job. Basically, I already did my job for today. Let you people know that a person who followed her content, an OG as you will, is letting y'all know to leave that stuff alone. Oh, by the way, like, share, subscribe. Hopefully you like the content. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how you feel about what the Miss Walker, the SW, said. Hey, let me know how you feel about what Shera 7 said. Express yourself. Let it be known. Let the world know. Let YouTube know how you feel about these two clips. And you know what? Till the next one, I'm gone.